A fun video here today with Square updates. I go through installing the updates, my surprises, the crashes, how to fix them, a journey to the store, and we test it out in GSPro and in the Square software. Stick around, there's chapters down below. So if you don't like a certain section, skip to the one that works for you. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. What's up? An exciting day today. I opened up Square and boom, there is an updated version of the app. Let's go to the store and update it. Now, I wonder if this is the Square update where we get the PIX, Taylormade PIX balls. If it is, we're gonna to the store, grab some PIX balls and test it out. Let's check it out and see. Hit OK, it takes me to there. We're going to USA. Let's just go support software. January 13th, we got a 1.3.2. Let's download this and get it on our machine. Click the Windows. Once that downloads, let's just click it to get it installed. Open file. Yes. Next, you can make a shortcut. Install. Installing the new Square Golf HE on my PC. Kind of excited. What I love about Square is there's always something new. They're constantly doing things with software. They're constantly doing things with updates, firmware. So kind of excited to see what this brings us in the new Square update. Let's launch Square Golf HE. If this looks exactly the same, I'll be a little bummed out. Here it goes. Loading in. So far, pretty similar look. Continue. Searching for a device. I think I've got it on there. It is. I don't see a lot different at the moment. Ooh. Firmware update is now built in. So it looks like we can update the firmware right through the app now. We couldn't do this before. I had to download all of that separately. So we can now update the firmware on our Square from the Square app. So that's pretty cool. And I got a Square Golf Unity crash. Okay, so for me, the firmware didn't work. All right, so I'm going to manually download these because I had a Unity crash in the middle of mine. So we're going to go OS update, download. I'm going to go firmware update program, download. And I'm going to download the new 9.8 connector. And actually, there's actually a new connector. It's 9.9. 9.8, which came out moments ago, has already been reclaimed. That's how great Square is. Just the updates, like you wouldn't believe. So we'll download the latest, which is GSPro connector 9.9 beta. The 9.8 had some issues where it wasn't switching to putting, and we had the swing stick working inside of GSPro. So download the 9.9 beta. I've already got the application 132 downloaded, so I'm just going to manually download all these and get them installed. Now, if we look, there is a firmware update manual. There's also an OS update manual. And we can look at all those in my downloads folder here. So to do this, my Square it can't be found. So I'm going to open up the OS update. I'm going to open up the firmware update. Now, how to do firmware updates. Connect your Square Golf launcher to the PC. Extract the Square update firmware exe. And check the message to see that it's complete. So let's do that first. So we've got our USB plugged into the PC. We're going to plug that into our Square. Okay, we heard the beep there. I'm going to unzip the Square firmware update package. Let's unzip this, extract all. We'll get that. We'll extract in the same folder. There it is. If we go back, we've got this one, 1.8.24, and we're going to run the Square firmware update exe. Run anyway. That's going to pop up with this screen. It's running. Connecting. Please wait a moment until it's complete. The update is complete. The device will restart automatically. Please press the enter key to close the program. So press enter. We'll go back to our downloads folder, and I'm going to extract the OS file, but first let's look at the OS update guide. The Square OS update guide says that OS version 1.1, we've got upgraded camera driver supporting advanced mode for spin measurement. We also have an improved battery charge display and running time. So it says don't turn off the Square until the update is complete. How do you do it? Download the update guide, unzip it. Then we're going to run the update exe, update sequence. Run the update exe, then connect your device. Once it's detected, hit the update button. So I'm going to disconnect my Square now. We're going to go in and run the update exe. We're going to first extract that update file. So I'm going to go extract all. There we have it. So in that folder, the one without the zip after it that says update, OS update is the one I want right here. So the OS update, we'll open that up. And in there, there's your Square update exe. So I'll open that up. I'm not plugged into the Square yet. That's going to pop up this window. You can see it says no device. And just like in the document, no devices were found. We see the same thing. So now I'm going to plug in the Square into the side little port there. Our device was detected. Now it says we want to select update. It says transferring the files to Square Golf, just like in the picture behind it. Can move this to the side so you can see, but it looks just like the document. And it looks like it's supposed to be able to do this all through the new Square Golf HE app. But if yours fails like mine did with the Unity error, this is a good way to do it. I just got the update completed, and now it says please disconnect from your PC. So I'll disconnect it. Okay, so let's open up the Square HE app. Now that we've got firmware updated, we've got the OS updated, and we have the Square Golf app updated. Let's connect to our launch monitor. So continue. There it is. We're connected. Let's go to notifications. Let's take a look at this. The notification that we've got here. We've got a couple. So an app update. 1.3.2, January 12th. Fixing bugs and improvements. So revised the ball ready UI for the game mode. We have an option for ball spin measurement settings. Option for selection of server location in the settings. And minor bug fix. Okay, I like that. So the firmware update. So the firmware update, this is going to be the update on the device. What they say is we've got improved ball spin measurement algorithm. I think this is the one that I saw on Jay Lake's channel was referring to the PIX balls. I'm going to run to Walmart, grab some, come back. We'll give those a try. And then fixing the battery charge display error. So some people are having issues with their battery. It was actually a display error, I think. Next, there is an OS update. So new ball spin measurement algorithm, fixing battery charge display error. To update your device OS, you must connect the device to your PC, then run the update program. You can download the update program here at support. So I showed how to do that a minute ago. There we go. So the OS and the firmware are on the device. The software is on the computer. And here is the new spin measurement mode. So the advanced mode of the spin measurement in the settings menu allows for spin measurements for the golf balls included in the list below. The device's OS must be updated in order to use this advanced mode. So spin measurable balls as of January 12th are going to be the Square golf ball and the Taylormade TP5/TP5X PIX. So I'm running to the store right now, and we're going to get some TP5X PIX, and we're going to try out this new advanced mode. I'm absolutely ecstatic to try this because I've had a hard time getting the Square golf balls, and I'm not the biggest fan. It's a brand I don't really know. It's not a brand in my local shop, so I think this is going to save a lot of money on those golf balls, and hopefully the spin measurements are right there. So we'll give it a try. Well, that's a total fail. Get to Walmart and they don't have the TP5X PIX balls. So, on to the next store, I guess. X PIX golf balls near me. Looks like I'm gonna have to go to sporting goods stores. Well, off to Shields we go. So, we'll head to Shields and we'll get that golf ball. Alright, so we got TP5X and TP5 regulars, both PIX balls. Here are shields. Let's go home and give these a try on the new square launch monitor. We did it. So TP5X and TP5 regular. The only differences in these boxes is one is the regular TP5, one is the TP5X. Both the PIX golf ball. So got it at my local store for $55 a box, $116.80 US. Got 24 golf balls now for my square golf launch monitor. I only had 3 square premium balls, so this is good. Just to give you an idea, this is the golf balls I had. The square, I believe this is their premium ball, and the dots on these, if I can't hold it because my camera's out of focus, but the dots on these are getting quite worn, and it is time for me to get, honestly, to get new golf balls. So I'll try these. They're not totally worn off. They're still there. It's just that they're fading in spots. None of them are completely gone, but we will compare the ones I do have to the new TP5 and TP5X PIX balls. So exciting stuff. We'll be doing that here shortly. All right, so what we've got here is I've got a folder on the desktop. I just call it Square Golf. So I'll open that up quick here. And inside that, I just kind of organize things like this. I've got my shot exports. That's if I export anything. I've got any OS updates. That would be the one that we just did today on our device. I've got any of the user manuals in case I need them. This is the HE software updates. We just did 1.3.2 today in case I need to reinstall it. Here's the GSPro connector updates. If I want to revert to an older version, these are the install files, 9.9 being the most current. And then the firmware updates, 1.8.24. That's the most recent one. They've done one of these updates, about every 30 days, every 3 weeks now. So it's pretty awesome that they stay up to date on everything and they're trying to constantly improve. But for the connector update, we'd run this 9.9 beta install. I've already ran it. Unfortunately, don't get to show it here. And that would give us our connector install file here, as well as our Square Golf HE. Let's not jump into GSPro yet, but I want to show you what the new connector looks like. Let's open that up really quick. And what we're going to have is we've got our connect to our Square Golf unit, and we also have our connect to GSPro. This is where it would scan to find your Square Golf unit from Bluetooth. There it is. We could connect to it. And then under the settings side, we've got the IP address column, the ball ready sound. That's the ready, but it actually is a beep in GSPro. And then this is where you can switch from advanced mode to standard mode. You have to have the newest OS and the newest connector and the newest firmware all downloaded, which we've already done. So we'd wanted it on advanced. And then down here, there's a couple new features. Use swing stick driver and irons, and use swing sticks putter. I'm not sure how I feel about this being in GSPro, but those are on the newest version of the connector. We'll see if they are around to stay. So that is the new Square to GSPro connector. Let's jump into the Square Golf HE app. So if I open up Square Golf HE, we'll jump into the app. The normal scan for the device. We'll go to the Square Golf. And I got a Unity crash. That's been happening to me, this Unity crash. So not sure what that is to attribute to. I'll try again. All right, we're going to install the Square Golf HE software again, version 1.3.2. Desktop shortcut, yes, install. And we'll launch Square Golf again. All right, so Square Golf launched. There's our device. We are connected. No more Unity error. So maybe try a reinstall if that happens to you. Okay, so if we go to the home screen and we go to settings, we've got server location, auto selection. I'm just going to select USA. I'm always going to be right here in the USA. Swing stick off. That's all the same. Here's your golf ball. These are the same as they were. Background music is BGM. Sound effects, yards and feet, speed and miles per hour, spin measurement mode. Which mode are you going to put it in? Here we can go standard, which is the Square Golf balls, or we can go to advanced. If we go to advanced, we just click OK. It feels like we should go to list and select our ball, but when we do that, it just goes back to the main menu. So if I click The square golf ball just goes to the main menu, goes back to standard. Say go advanced again, and I go to the list. If I click the TP5X, it's stuck on standard. So you just go to advanced, you hit OK. If you want to see what golf balls are included, these are the ones that work in advanced. Both the square and the TaylorMade golf ball work in advanced mode. So we'll just click OK, and we are in the new settings. So target alignment appears the same to me. Tutorial looks the same. Graphic settings still the same. I don't see anything different there. All right, so let's jump in the driving range and let's give this a try. We'll go to Bayport. It just seems to run a little bit better for me than Highland. I have a high resolution computer, but for some reason I get a little lag in the Highland one. We'll do fixed camera, just total spin axis, and we'll hit the go button. And let's go hit some balls on the new range with the TP5 PIX and the square golf ball using the new OS firmware and advanced spin methods. All right, so we're on the square range. I've got the original square golf ball here. This is the one with the square logo on it, and it's got the dot pattern. I've also got the new and improved TP5X and TP5 golf ball. They are essentially exactly the same, just where the logo is on the side, you'll see TP5 instead of TP5X. And what we're going to do is just hit some shots on the range. I'll try some wedges, 7-irons, drivers, and we're just going to see how it feels. I will be doing some side-by-side comparison testing of the square with its new and improved spin algorithm against the Garmin R50. And we might try to get it against some Foresight products here in the near future as well. Figure out how dialed in this new PIX ball really is. But for now, let's just hit a few shots, see how it feels. I think the update is cool. I'm happy to say that I can use balls that I can buy locally. So let's see how it feels on the range and we'll go from there. All right, so the ball's ready there. We got the ready indicator going and we'll hit. This is a TP5, TaylorMade TP5 golf ball with a wedge. A little rusty for the first swing there. All right, we'll try again. Let's try to hit a little bit of a hook here, see if we get some side spin. .97, 126 carry, 8,700 side spin. So yeah, I mean, that feels like a normal wedge to me. And I do like the feel of the TP5 golf ball. See if we can hit a little cut shot with the wedge. How does it measure cut spin? And that one coming up a little bit shorter, which I would expect on a cut shot. 10,000 RPM on the spin. And we've got a right spin axis there. You can see the ball kind of fading off to the side. And let's just hit one more normal. Let's call it a regular old wedge. Ball speed 107, carry 129. That is absolutely the real feel of a normal wedge there. All right, we'll hit a few shots with a 7-iron now, and you'll notice on the new update, it's been said that you don't have to change the club. So like here, it says I'm using driver. It's not going to affect the data we're getting. Now you could go over if you wanted the data logs, and you could change that to 7-iron. All right, so here I've got 7-iron. We'll try to hit a draw or a hook with the 7-iron, see if we can get some obvious movement on the ball. And that one, I just had the face open, so we actually had the ball tailing off to the right a little bit. Let's try our last attempt at a hook. We'll just hood the face here. And we got a little draw out of it, but for the most part, it was a pull. Ball speed is what I would expect, around 120. That one, the face just opened a little bit. All right, one more attempt at this hook. I think I'm limited by the sweatshirt I've got on. That's my excuse. And just a touch of a pull there, but all good things. Very cool that we're able to use a ball that we can just buy at our local sporting goods store or golf shop on the Square Golf Launch Monitor. And last, let's hit a couple drivers with the new PIX ball. I'm curious to see how ball speed will be. If we can get a little extra ball speed versus when we're using the Square golf ball. Now I'm using a 5-piece higher compression golf ball. This should allow me to get a little bit more speed on my Square Golf Launch Monitor. Now I haven't warmed up, of course. Now you got to say that before you hit drivers on YouTube videos. I haven't warmed up yet. So here we go. Not bad there, 156. $157. And my final attempt here with the driver. Well, we didn't crack the 160-mile-an-hour ball speed, but I think if I would have hit a couple more, we might have got there. How cool is that? We're using the PIX golf ball on the Square. I absolutely love it. Let's take a look at one last thing inside the Square software that updated with this update, and that was their ball ready indicator on their game mode. So if you go in to play a golf course, the ball ready indicator has changed. So let me give you a look at that. You can now see that it just simply blinks on the side, and it doesn't change the view down on the ball and then pop itself back up every time you hit. Let's go demo it quick and show you what that looks like in real play. So here we are on the first hole at the golf course, and normally when you put your ball down, it would zoom down over the top if you've used the Square before, and it would change the view. Now we just have a similar ball ready indicator to what we have on the driving range. I'll show you here. So you can see right here in the bottom left, we've got the Square on the screen. And as I bring the ball down into it, you can see it identify it, and it just blinks, and we get a circle, and it disappears. So I'll move that away. If you look in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, the ball rate indicator is that new little Square indicator right here. And when you put the ball in there, it's gonna identify where in the Square you've got it, and it's gonna disappear off the screen. All right, there we go. And you'll notice now in the next shot we take, it's gonna kind of act the same way. So it's just waiting for a ball in. The ball indicator's right here. We set a ball in it. It's gonna identify it. If we move it around, it's gonna re-identify where that ball is. Put it back in the Square, and we've got ball ready indicator, and we can now hit our shot into the green. Or over the green, I guess. Here we go. Little chip shot. Oh, look at that. Hold it out for birdie. How's that for the YouTube video? Gotta love it. Square with the new PIX golf ball makes it that easy. What a shot. How about that? Incredible, the things that happen when you're filming. Okay, so there you have it. That's the main changes. We've updated the device, we've updated the software, we've shown you the new features, the new settings menus. The last thing that they've done in this update relates to GSPro. So let's go back into our Square software. We're actually going to quit out and go back to the main menu. We're going to log out, and we are going to close the app down completely. This is where we're actually going to go in now and open up the Square to GSPro connector. And for that, we also need to open up GSPro. This will connect Square to GSPro using the new and updated 9.9 connector. Now, if you downloaded 9.8, there was kind of a funky deal with it where it wouldn't even let you putt unless you were using the Square hitting stick, there was an error. They fixed that, and like they pulled it off the website and put the new one on like within a day. Kudos to Square and their team and how great they are with updates and software. Totally impressed. So here's the newest connector right here. We've got the API, the open API for GSPro opened up. We can go over to the connector. There's some things in the settings. We do want to make sure we're on advanced mode. So standard would be just the square ball. Advanced is square or the TP5 PIX ball. The ball ready indicator sound, I like that, but a little bit on the quiet side. That'll go beep when we're playing. Tell you the ball's in. We aren't going to use a custom IP port. That would be to transfer these shots to a different computer. Maybe you have a different computer running GSPro than you're using to connect to the Square. That doesn't apply to me. And we aren't going to obviously have the swing stick checked as on. I don't know, again, I'll say it again. I don't know how long that setting's going to be there or if it even should be. But right now, it's there in the new one. We'll go home. We'll scan for our device. It should pop up in the drop-down menu here as soon as it's found. And we'll hit connect. And I got a Unity connection error. I don't know, that Unity connection error pops up, and the only thing that's really solved it for me is restarting the Square at times, and sometimes that doesn't work. So I'm gonna go restart the Square quickly. 1 minute. All right, so I've restarted the Square. We're restarting the connector. You see it connected right up to GSPro because we had the GSPro API open. I'll double check settings here. We're on the advanced again. And let's scan for our device. There it is, and we'll hit connect. And a Unity error is going to close me out. I'm going to reinstall the 9.9 beta and see if that helps me really quick. So I'm running the reinstall for the beta. Let's click install. I'm going to say launch it right away. So there it opened up again, and we're going to scan for our Square. It found it. Let's hit connect. And we're connected. So a reinstall fixed the Unity update there for me. I'm not sure why that is. Here's your advanced, your ball ready sound. I'm going to turn ball ready sound on. That should give me a ding. And we are connected. We've got a green light on the GSPro connector. We've got green lights on our Square and our GSPro connection here. So now we should be able to go into GSPro and play some GSPro with our Square golf. Let's hit a couple shots on the range and make sure this is working. We've got our PIX ball. We're in advanced mode. And so this will be pretty cool using the TP5 inside of GSPro. Let's check it out. All right, so we're on the GSPro range. You'll notice when I put the ball into the spot, we get the ding, that ding indicator. That's the ball ready indicator. We've got a 128, so I have a pitching wedge in hand. All the Square information sent right into GSPro. What a shot. Should maybe end on that one. And for our next shot, we just put a ball in there again. New hole 107. Still try to hit pitching wedge. And Square sends that in right away. We can also see on Square, when you get to the green, we just put the ball right into the spot. This is with the new connector. And we've got a 13-foot uphill putt. Left it a little short, but you get the point. So that is the Square Golf HE new update with the Taylormade PIX golf balls. Very cool. I love that Square is just continuing to update their product. They're continuing to get better and better. And what we're seeing with Square is we've got a new OS, we've got a new firmware on the device, and they're continuing to just add features and dial in their accuracy settings. This device is just phenomenal. The user experience, the user interface, I don't think it could get any better. And their customer service and engineering team just seems to be working harder than heck to constantly improve a device that's not even $1,000, it's $700. So check out the description below for links. Thank you. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more on the Square, when I put out the videos for comparisons, subscribe, get those notifications, comment down below if you got anything to say or comment, or you want to see something different. I really appreciate hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.